I'm their only son-in-law. So, but I'd like to introduce the main table, if you will. So we have Chuck and Diana at the center, our people we're celebrating tonight. We have Tim and Olivia Cotton. We have Tom and Jenny Cotton. We have my wife, Charlie Callahan. And we have Miss Linda Dooley. A special mention that we'd like to honor is Chuck's mother, Molly. She was unable to attend tonight, but we just want to honor her in the fact that she's still with us and loved very much. And then we also have the grandkids. If you guys could stand up, all of Chuck and Diana's grandkids, we'll honor them as well. What a good-looking group of kids, right? So tonight, we're here to have a great meal together, fellowship, some time, reminiscing and spending time with our loved ones. We're going to have a meal here very shortly. We're going to dismiss you by table. If you are unable to walk the steps, we will have some people come serve you. If you can walk up the steps and you don't do it, you don't get a meal, all right? So, no lying. Only honest people. So we have American, Caribbean, Mexican, and Italian food. You have a card of what you chose, so please take that. Then shortly after everyone gets seated, we'll have a time of some speeches and celebration. We'll have some music. And then there's going to be a cutting of the cake and then a little bit of dancing if you'd like to dance, if you're that type of person. Apparently my son's pretty jacked up about that, so we're going to have a great time tonight. So let's take a moment. We're going to pray for the food and pray for this night, and then we'll get started. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you so much for the opportunity to come and to celebrate marriage. Lord, it's something special to make it 50 years, but they could have not done it without you. We want to put you at the foremost center of tonight. We want to lift you up as well, because it takes you in a marriage to make something last this long. Father, we ask that you be with this food, strengthen our bodies to serve you well, bless this time of fellowship, may it be honoring to you. And all of God's children said, Amen. All right, so we're going to have the main table go up first, and then we'll follow by table 1 and table 2. many other weddings, and just a great family friend. And so Gary's going to serenade us and encourage us with a song.
Well, I want to say to Chuck and Diane, happy wedding anniversary, 5-0, the big 50. And Diane, I know there's been a lot of prayer behind that. Sorry, Chuck. Anyway, he'll tell me later on about it, of course, but that's okay. But yeah, I've known Chuck and Diane for 34 years. And the funny thing about it, when I answered the ad, they didn't know I was blind, so, well, I don't know if that was good or bad, but anyway, we ended up being in the gospel group, like Michael said, about 9 years, and they're dear, dear friends of mine. I know most of the family. Hello, Mom, I wish you were here, Molly, and I'm just so thankful to be here. So, okay. Of course, this is for Chuck and Diane. My wife's going to help me out on this, or I'm going to help her or something. I'm going to let her sing. I hope I can sing loud enough because there's only one microphone, but she says I got a big mouth. I don't know.
They'll hear him down the street. They might not hear me.
Okay. Get the
I'm going to turn the microphone my way so they can hear me.
Well, I'll have to stretch my neck and sing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll stretch.
Yeah.
and he is going to eloquently say how much he loves his parents. Yeah, good luck following that, right? Thank you, Gary. That was amazing, as always. So I looked at I didn't realize this, but I looked at the program when I got here and saw there's like 10 speakers, so they told me to keep it short. And you guys have met my dad, right? In my 46 years on this earth, I've sat through 50 years worth of sermons. So let's open our hymnals to page, I'm just kidding, you don't need hymnals. We're going to read from the book of Acts today. So I've said this before, and many of you have heard me say this before, but growing up, I resented my parents' relationship with the church, right? And because that was who they were, and I felt that it took some time from me, right? So I resented that, but now that I've grown, matured, maybe, we'll see, I've come to see that it wasn't taking anything from me, but it was giving to me. I mean, I look around the room, and we've got family, we've got friends that have become family, church that has become family, and you know, that's because of who these two people are. And they are as genuine as in real life behind, you know, outside the pulpit as they are from that stage. So I'm not going to look over here because, like my father, I will cry at the drop of a hat. But I do want to just take a moment and thank you both for the love that you've given us kids, unconditional love that you've given us kids, for the example that you've given us about what a marriage is supposed to be, what a parent is supposed to be, what's important. So I will try and keep it short, I promise. All right, so with that, I just want to thank you both, and know that I love you, we love you, baby loves you, the babies love you, right? So thank you for all that you've done, all that you continue to do. And with that, I will give it to you, or am I going over here? All right, I'm going to go to my younger brother, Tom.
All right, Tom. I was told that I also have to be short, but apparently it runs in the family. Maybe I can talk more than I can grow. I'm not exactly sure how. You know, Dad got all the tall G's, and they skipped a generation. My boys aren't here. They're all taller than I am. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but if there was one thing I wish that Dad could give me, it would have been that. I also agree with Tim. Apparently the one thing that he did give me is I also cry at the drop of a hat, so I won't look over there either. It's pretty amazing. You know, Tim kind of talked about growing up and resenting the relationship with the church, and I have to agree 100%. Looking out here, you know, it is amazing to see. Also, I can't tell you how old that I am and have become, to see everybody that we have grown up with, and to see everybody that just cares so much about my parents is pretty amazing. It really does show you what amazing people they are. And if I could just say one thing, is I am the person that I am because of it. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. So, I love you both.
So unlike my brothers, I wrote mine down, and I do not cry at the drop of a hat. So let me start off by saying thank you for everyone that helped in putting this event together tonight. I also want to thank everyone that has come to celebrate my mom and dad's 50th anniversary. 50 years is a great accomplishment, and you guys should be very proud of that. So thank you. I just want to thank both of you for so much. You have helped me with. You guys are great parents. I just like went off cuff, sorry. You've taught me the importance in knowing Jesus, to persevere in my faith, and to love the church. You loved me in my hardest times and cared for me when I wouldn't even take care of myself. Mom, you showed me how to speak up, how to be a pastor's wife, and how to love fiercely. You were my biggest cheerleader, my source of encouragement, and thank you for all your love and support. And your 50 years of marriage is an example for us all to persevere through the toughest times to be worth. And I love you guys very much, and I pray that the rest of your marriage is filled with more love than we can all hope for.
Many of you may not know me, but it's okay because this night isn't about me, but about Pastor Chuck and Diana. Who knew that stopping at a random church carnival almost 10 years ago would be the start of God fulfilling a silent prayer that I've had for my entire life, to know what it feels like to have parents who choose to love me. Thank you for loving me when you never actually had to love me. Thank you for accepting me for who I am. Thank you for supporting me in the things you never originally signed up for. Thank you for making me a part of your family, but most of all, thank you for allowing me to feel what a parent's love feels like. I won't lie to all of you, I haven't made this journey easy for them. Most of the time I was scared. I was scared of what they would think of me if I showed who I really was. I thought they would think I was too damaged, so I tried to stay a safe distance. I tried to hold back from letting myself love them and letting them love me, in fear that they would eventually realize that they didn't want me. Soon I realized I had nothing to fear. They were going to love me no matter how much or how often I pulled away. So thank you. Thank you for loving and accepting me for who I am. Thank you for sticking with it. Thank you for allowing me to be in your family. And most of all, thank you for saying yes to God's plan.
I'm going to speak a little bit on behalf of the in-laws. I'm going to say that it's an honor and a joy to be in this family. They welcome us in so quickly and so well that you would never know that we are in-laws. They treat you like family from the very get-go. So since everyone else was a little brief, I guess I'm going to take their time and I'm going to fill it up like a good pastor should. And so I'm going to have 3 points in a closing, so if you want to take notes, you can do that. So I would have 3 things that I want to say on thanks, to give thanks for. The first one being, I'm so thankful that you guys decided to have one more child. She was amazing, she's incredible, and I'm so thankful that you decided that, because if you didn't, I wouldn't be here tonight, and that would have been a disappointment. So thank you guys so much for that. Second thing I want to be thankful for is your marriage. You guys are a testament to what it means to persevere. If you guys know Chuck and Diana, marriage is hard. Marriage is never easy. And they persevere through the toughest of times. I've got a back seat to that, to see everyday life struggles of things that happen, and the way they treat each other and the way they love each other is an example for all of us to follow. I mean, 50 years. They're seeing the fruit of what they have laid down years ago. And I am so encouraged by that. It's such an example for me to follow. Chuck, you're such a wonderful husband that serves so well. Diana, you're such an encourager. I'm just honored that I get to be a part to watch you guys go through life together. And the last thing that I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for your love. It's your guys' love that led me to Jesus. You guys took me in, and you loved me like a son from the very beginning. I was just a young, dumb kid trying to date your daughter, and you didn't look at me that way. Chuck, you took me right in. Diana, you scared me to death. But I knew behind that you were there to protect your daughter, and I was so overwhelmed with your love that I saw that God was real for the very first time. And because of that, my life has completely changed, and because of that, I have 4 wonderful children. So you guys are an example, and all of you are a testament to that, for you guys showing up here tonight to show them this love. We're so grateful for all of you. We can't thank you enough for coming and celebrating. We truly hope that the rest of your marriage is filled with more love than the last 50 years combined. So if you would, please give them a big round of applause. Yeah. Apparently all of us have inherited that weepiness as well, so I'm going to turn it over to Diana now.
Well, I want to echo Michael's thanks for all of you for coming out, and it really is such a joy to see everybody and people that we've known for 50 years and longer. My brothers-in-law, my sisters-in-law, and my wonderful family up here. I am so proud of all of my children. I'm really proud of Tim and Tom. Both of them served in the Air Force before they became IT professionals, and I'm just really proud of them. I'm proud of their wives and who they chose to spend the rest of their life with. So it's just amazing to me. I'm really proud of my daughter Charlie and her choice in a husband, and I'm really glad that we have the family that we've got. And I am especially proud for my adopted daughter. I truly love her. If you look around tonight at any of the decorations and that kind of thing, she's pretty much responsible for all of it. I mean, we pitched in and helped at the end, but getting it all together and planning it, she did all that. And so sometimes she doesn't think that she is worthy of that, but she is. So I want to make sure that people recognize that. So I would like for y'all to give a hand to my
So if I make it through this, it'll be okay. They did inherit, I don't know if Mom ever cried. And so I think I kind of got it connect. But one of the things that, as we were going through this and we were going through the list, Diana said, who do we want to invite, to come? And it's really hard to choose, because you've met so many people. And some that I've known since I was little, Radina, she's been there she was like our little sister, was always there and stuff. And then we started singing together and traveling along with Gary and everything. Gary didn't finish the story. Okay, so just so that you all don't think that I'm really a bad guy, you need to understand some things. Then yes, we were looking for a piano player, and we put an ad in the paper, and he calls me up and says, okay, yeah, I play. And I say, okay, fine. We're going to be practicing on this Saturday. And he says, well, I don't drive. Can you come get me? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so I go to get him, and I realize this guy's blind. Okay. That's cool. You know, Ronnie Millsap's wine. He plays really cool, cool stuff. Well, I pick up Gary and I bring him over to the church where we're going to practice, and I forgot he was blind. So I walked on into the church, and I come back and remember and see Gary just as he's about ready to head plant the brick wall. And I thought, really, this is bad. So he's playing, and we said, well, you know this song? He says, no, I don't, but just sing a few bars, and I'll pick it up. And he did. So we've been singing for about 15, 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden he just kind of chimes in and says, hey, do you mind if I sing a song? You're playing the piano, dude. Yeah. And we just got to roll our eyes, sure, whatever. And so he opens his mouth, and we sit down and listen for 30 minutes. And so it's been awesome. To all of the friends of my, the tears, of my kids. You guys came into our homes. And when we, you meet again and you see each other and you see what you become, a pastor, with Kristen and stuff, and just a few others. And they said, you were kind of like our mom and dad. And sometimes you don't really realize the impact that you have on people. And sometimes we forget those things. And I say to each and every one of you that you may have thought that, or may think that I was a joy to you. God bless me. To just be able to talk to you, to share with you, take you in, go places, do things. And we'll never forget that. To some that started this journey with me from Taylor's Grove in Somerville, I was going back through some pictures, and I actually think I had them in the slideshow of a Valentine event that we had. And we had some of the people that are no longer with us. And you just realize how many memories that were just brought through just little things that you do. From those that came from, we went from there to Richmond. Dan, we became very good friends because I was working, I was pastoring in Richmond, but working in Columbus. And so every day it was like the first thing I would do, I would get on the road and I would talk to Dan for about 30, 45 minutes on my way to Columbus. And we just had those talks every day, it seemed like. And if we didn't have to talk, it was like, okay, what's wrong? Where you been? And then after I get off that, I talk to my wife. And so we thank you so much for the friendship that you've given to us. From those that have come from the church where we're at today in Calvary, we thank you, and we do. Some we've known for quite a few years, others we've just known for a few years. And just the friendship, fellowship, the enjoyment that we have, we thanks. And to my fellow brothers that pastor, we say thank you. We get together, and we just complain about you guys as we talk. So don't worry about it. We got you covered and all of that. To in-laws, cousins, and stuff, I thank you guys for coming. Diane and I were talking, and we miss Coy. We miss him a lot. He was the one that he's the one who was camping all the time. He's the one who was doing that. We were talking about doing all of this, and Diana says, now I become the coin of the family or whatever, but that's not my job. I think that really goes to Greg. because he's the one that's going everywhere other than Robbie. Robbie's the vagabond man that just goes from place to place, and all the pictures and stuff that he sends is just totally amazing. To my grandkids, and love you all. And it's just the joy that so much that God brings. And so, may I just say this to you, and to my brothers and sisters, I forget you guys, you know, but I shouldn't forget you guys, okay? I love you. No, you're younger. This is. She's not older, okay? She has just aged a little bit better than I have. But she has just moved home. She was been away and came back from Fayetteville because most of you know, my mom was 92 and she was actually going to be here tonight, but she hurt herself as getting into the car. So just pray for her. You know, it's hard. It really is. So this is my sister. Some people call her Barb, some people call her Sue. I just call her Sis. So anyway, so thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And then this is my younger sister. Okay, and her name is Sharon. She is like my mother. She's a social butterfly. Also cracks a joke and all of this stuff. Okay, and these are. All of my other brothers are younger, okay, and so he we don't claim. And if you've ever met him, you'll understand why, okay. And then this is my younger brother Chico, that actually was named after my dad because they couldn't think of any other names, and so they just called him AT. You know, that was it. I know they ran out after 7 of us. And so I have to say, especially my brother, I lost him 2 years ago. And he really struggled with cancer and a lot of other things and stuff. And so he left. And so this is his wife, Susie. And so she is our sister-in-law and still is. And so no matter what. And so what I say is this, family is important. And so love each other because you don't know what tomorrow's going to be like. And none of us are promised tomorrow. So live and enjoy what you got. We've all got issues, we've all got problems, but at the end of the day, they're all going away. And it's not enough to really get you down. So thank you all for coming and enjoy it. And I'll give you a sermon in about 15 minutes. I'll give you a break.
Because I think it's important. I met Chuck when I was 12 years old, and I married him when I was 16. And I was a junior in high school, and my parents said you can get married if you finish high school, so I did. Then I went on to college, and then I continued to go on. And so I really want to say that when I met him, and 50 years ago, I married him because of circumstances in my home. I was ready to be out of the house, and I cannot say that I loved him. But somewhere along the line, I have fallen in love with the most amazing man, and he has been my joy, and we've been there for each other, and we do everything together. He has open heart surgery. I have 4 stents. Same week, same day. We do it all together. Wow.
But once again, you guys are such a blessing to this family. It means so much to us, and we're so thankful that you can come celebrate with us. I'm going to ask Chuck and Diane to come up. We're going to cut the cake, because that's the real reason you guys came, is cake. And so, you guys want to come up, and we'll cut our... I don't know how that's going to work, but is it like it? Like your first marriage, like wedding, the first day. Serve each other.
I hit it for you.
We are not doing it the way we did when we got married. Because she does this, I love you so much. And then smashed this whole thing in my face. And so, yes, I do love you too.